I have never in my entire career on YouTube needed to make a warning for one of my videos, but the content and themes in this video are so mature that I had to put in a lot of editing to make this suitable for people under the age of 18 and to stop it from being pornography. So, basically, please understand that this video is going to be very, very mature and probably a little bit raunchy, so I would really recommend, if you are under the age of 16 or 18 or whatever the legal age in your country is, not watching the video. I'm not going to age restrict it because I've put a lot of editing in so that technically it's not the worst thing in the world for you, but like I said, I would still recommend not watching the video if you are under legal age. So with that being said, I am no longer held responsible for any complaints or whatever may be held against me, so enjoy! God damn it. I just watched a video of a parrot with a mohawk taking tissues out of a box. What the fuck is the world coming to? Anyway, how's it going, guys? My name is Onesie Burnett, and welcome back to Katawa Shojou. And we're about to go and visit Emmy, who seems to be in a bit of a panic, so let's get to this. I just coughed, which is not fun, but I'm feeling a bit better recently, so let's just hope this cough goes in the next week. We got this. Perhaps at some point I would have stopped to think about the time, or how suspicious it looks for a guy to enter the girl's dorm at this hour. And I've just realised I'm not even clicked on the fucking game. Except right now, I'm just concerned with getting to Emmy and finding out what's wrong and how I can help her. I knock on the door and I'm greeted with a subdued, "Come in." Let's just put that up. No! Get over there! It's supposed to stay in the same... Ugh. This webcam... Camtasia is annoying as hell, because I keep trying to click the camera thing to see how long I've been recording for, and it puts it right in the middle of the fucking game screen, when there's like half of the screen not taken up by this game. I don't need it to be right there. Just annoys me. Anyway, I knock on the door and I'm greeted with a subdued, "Come in." Something's very wrong as I stare at the scene before me. Emmy's there, yes, but she's in a wheelchair, and her legs are missing. I glance around the room and see them sitting in a corner, looking like they've been thrown there. Emmy responds to my entrance with a lopsided grin that is both pleased to see me and completely, utterly heartbroken. "Hi, Hazal." It looks as if she's been crying, but if she was, she's stopped now. I notice that I'm a little out of breath, having taken the stairs 2 at a time in order to get here. My heart doesn't seem to mind the strain though. I'll file this happy fact away for a later consideration, like when I'm not staring somewhat dumbstruck at my girlfriend in a wheelchair. Realising I've still not responded to her greeting, my brain lurches into gear. Emmy, what happened?
Guess I should have listened to you, Hazal. My leg got a nasty infection, so I'm not allowed to run on it for at least a couple of weeks.
She gives a bitter laugh that shouldn't be coming from her.
I can't even walk on it. I could have used a crutch and kept one of my legs, but I didn't see the point. Why hop? You can't run on one leg. At least this way I can still, I don't know, roll fast or something.
Yeah, that's good, right? My awkward attempt to look on the bright side seems appreciated, but not really effective. Emmy shrugs again.
It's just kind of a nuisance. I mean, we can't even eat up on the roof now. No wheelchair access.
Yeah, but that's not a big deal, right? I mean, we can still eat together, and that's the important thing. That lopsided grin again. It hurts to look at.
I suppose so, yeah. But like I said, it's a nuisance. I mean, I haven't really used a wheelchair in...
She thinks for a minute.
Maybe 7 years? Something like that anyway. A long time. I'm afraid I'm a bit out of practice.
Well, fortunately, it's only temporary, right? Emmy nods.
Oh yeah, of course. It's not like I've lost them permanently. But it's a pain in the ass all the same.
I nod sympathetically. There's not much else I can do after all. What am I going to do? Say, "I told you so"? Although I did tell her to get that leg looked at, but by the time I noticed, it was too late anyway. Do you need help with anything? That is, can I help with anything? Emmy shakes her head, and there's a bit of her usual grin back.
Nah, I can manage fine by myself. Although if you want to help me over onto my bed, it would save you the trouble of rolling there myself.
I blush, in spite of myself. Emmy giggles.
You're such a prude, Hazal.
I'm not a prude. I just wouldn't want to take advantage of a young woman such as yourself. It's ungentlemanly.
I wheel Emmy's chair to her bed and easily scoop her up and deposit her there. She quickly sorts herself out and sits on its side. She's actually a little heavier than she looks. It would be rude of me to observe this thought aloud, of course. Man, you're kind of heavy. So he does it anyway! God damn it, his owl! He internalizes the thought he doesn't need, and then says Jesus Christ. Emmy hits me with a pillow. Ass. Just saying is all. Must be all that running. At the mention of running, Emmy's grins falter slightly. Yeah, well, guess I won't have to worry about that for a bit, huh? Maybe I'll lose some weight. That's what you do to lose weight, right? Cease physical activity? I'm pretty sure that's what the nurse would recommend. Speaking of which, are you still going to be showing up in the mornings? I'd hate to run a lot. Ah, shit. Emmy's sudden interjection, more a disquieted muttering than anything too profane, causes me to look over in shock. She's leaning forward, trying to cover the fact she's crying by covering her legs with a hand. Of course, the subdued sobbing makes it pretty obvious that she's crying. Hey, I'm sorry. Forget I said anything, okay? I place a hand gingerly around her and pull her close. I can think of nothing else to say or do. How do you comfort someone who's just lost their legs again? Emmy wraps me in a huge hug and stays that way for a while. Sorry. I'm pretty bad at this whole comforting thing, I guess. Don't say that. I'm fine, really. Her voice is slightly muffled by my chest. I pat her head reassuringly. That's the spirit, right? You'll get through this fine. I know it. Besides, I'm here to help you, remember? Emmy lifts her head and stares at me with tear-stained eyes. Can you? Can you really? She's grinning lopsidedly, and something sparkles in her gaze. I can't tell if I'm being mocked or not. Of course. I mean, sure, you're a bit heavy. I'm sure you're a bit heavy, but... My witty comment is cut off by the sudden press of Emmy's lips on mine. I'm caught off guard, and am rewarded by hitting my head on the wall beside her bed. Ow. Emmy pulls back, trying to look concerned rather than like she's trying to laugh. Are you okay? Sorry. I rub my head ruefully and grin back at her. Caught me off guard there. Is that going to become a habit? Am I going to be lectured by Shiznei and Misha more? At the mention of the duo, Emmy giggles. Honestly, those two. If I didn't know why, I'd be utterly confused as to why she hangs around with someone so bossy. Which one are we talking about? You know exactly which one, Hizal. Misha's hardly bossy. So what's the reason then? Huh? The reason why Misha hangs around Shiznei? Amy waves my question off with a smile. No idea. I see. Anyway, you seem to be forgetting the original question, don't you? Oh yeah, I guess I am. You wouldn't mind giving a guy a little warning, would you? Otherwise I'm liable to wind up with concussion. I emphasize the point by rubbing the back of my head. Damn it! Ah. Emmy giggles madly. You could wear a helmet. Some kids here do, you know. Or I could just take revenge. I grab a pillow from beside me and whack Emmy over the head. Emmy topples off the bed and lands on the floor with a thump. Her arms promptly reappear on the bed and she manages to pull herself back up. She really has a surprising amount of strength in that little body. Her face is turned downwards away from me, making me think I might have accidentally hurt her. Emmy, you okay? You didn't hit your... A hand shoots up and grabs my collar. She pulls me in with a sharp tug, her face now barely an inch away from mine, and she grins cheekily. Emmy? She gives me a sharp headbutt. Our foreheads making quite a loud thud. Oi! It's like some swagnet bullshit. I sit back and rub my now sore head as Emmy smirks victoriously. How's that for revenge? So he hits you with a pillow, so you straight up headbutt him. What is wrong with this girl? No fair. You can't take revenge for revenge. For someone missing most of her legs, Emmy's surprisingly agile. I swipe at her, but she deftly rolls out of the way and lands a hit with her pillow. Of course, the odds are against her. I can stand up for starters. Oof. Damn, son. Damn. She looks like she's been crying. You can see it in the artwork, the sparkles. I guess I can't, after all. Emmy seems to have effectively tripped me up and is now sitting primely astride me as I lay on the bed. I'm not even sure how she managed it. I win! Her eyes twinkle mischievously. I've been thoroughly defeated, and by a girl that's a fraction of my size at that. Then again, being defeated doesn't seem quite so bad. Emmy being positioned over my waist isn't something that I or my body can ignore easily.
I open my lips to speak, but Emmy's head darts downwards before I can get so much as a word out. I give no resistance as she presses her mouth to mine. Not that I'd want to. This is different, somehow. She pulls back, nips at my lower lip, and reinitiates the embrace. Her tongue darts in. Okay! Okay! This is getting questionable. I don't have my emergency cherry coke. Shit. Damn it! You know what? Screw it. Emergency mascot instead. Say hello to Haunter. Yeah. I'm not gonna read the rest of that, nope. My mind starts to go foggy and I become vaguely aware that my hand travelling up Emmy's blouse. I can't read this! I can't! I just can't read this seriously! I can't do it! I can't! Haunter, do you want to do it? Do you want to do it? I can't do this! You do? Okay. Haunter. Let's just stop that right now. I can't read. I seriously can't. I can stare up at a groaning Emmy.
Told you. That makes my second win now.
What? That doesn't count. You used feminine wiles.
All's fair in love and war, right? Ha! And you're even blushing. I didn't know you were a blusher, Hizal.
You were blushing too, you know. Probably because of your prudish ways. I've got to admit, this is a stupid thing to say to a woman who's currently straddling me and has been up until a few seconds ago playing tonsil hockey with me.
A prude, am I?
Well, let's see who blushes first, shall we? I'm not sure whether the tone of her voice terrifies or arouses me, but that question is made quickly rather moot. Okay! You guys are gonna be missing out on a lot here. I did not realise this got very adult. Haunter, hide your eyes. Jesus Christ! I can't read this! I can't do this! I've disabled the adult content and it's still there. In a motion of practiced ease, she peels her blouse off and tosses it carefully aside. Her bra and skirt quickly follow it onto the floor. Ha! I fight the urge to blush. It's a rather hard task. Escalation, is it? My own shirt follows suit, albeit with some difficulty thanks to my position. Emmy mock yawns. I'm gonna have...
You'll have to try harder than that.
Ah! Okay. My hand gently caresses Emmy's bare skin, causing her to shiver. It would seem that my hands are acting on their own again. If our position had let me, I'd probably have finished undressing for her. I start to say something about how Emmy's starting to blush, but both of us are very rapidly reaching the edge of something very barely holding us back. Conversation grinds to a halt, and I feel my arms losing energy. Neither of us, however, is prepared for this sudden new sensation. An indescribable heat surges through me, coming from both myself and... Oh, I can't read this! I can't! I just can't! With one hand on my chest to steady herself and another holding mine to make sure that I can't have my way with her body again, she looks quite pleased with herself. And after a moment's hesitation, she moves. She moves again and again. As she moves, Emmy's breath hitches. My breathing is starting to come faster and more raggedly as well. I need Swagnet. I need Swagnet to come back. I can't read this. Swagnet! Swagnet! Right, I'm Onesie Swagnet, and I'm back because the little dickhead can't read something, and I'm supposed to do it for him. What does he want me to read? Nope! Fuck yourself! I'm not doing this! Emmy's body shivers and shudders against mine, and I can feel her starting to lose her balance. It must be hard for her to keep steady because she's missing her legs. Oh shit, what have I done? I don't know. I steady her as best I can, cupping my hands around her backside. It's firm and taut. Makes sense considering how much she runs. The potential power in those muscles makes them flex as she responds to my touch. What I fail to take into account is the fact that they attempt to steady my Emmy kind of slides her forward, and well, it feels amazing. Yes, mate. Her panties slide easily against my trousers, and it doesn't take us long to figure out a rhythm. But Emmy refuses to keep it, going now fast, now slow, now pausing for what feels like an eternity. I'm not sure whether she's doing this to toy with me, or if it's to make her feel better, but I'm well past caring. The heat between us is growing more intense, and I can't hold back a gasp. The noise only seems to drive Emmy along. Fucking do it, mate! I begin to punctuate her movements with some kind of my own, which causes her modest breast to bounce in time with my movements. Her breath begins to come faster as we continue, my own breathing becoming equally quick. With her eyes closed, her lips purse expectantly. I just manage to lift myself up for a few moments, our mouths seeking one another, her chest sliding against mine as our sweat mingles. As I flop back down, my trousers are soaked with sweat. I would take them off if it didn't mean stopping what we were doing. And I don't want to stop what we're doing. Stop this growing pressure, this tickling in the back of my brain. Emmy is sliding faster and faster, panting heavily, her voice seemingly unable to convey what she's feeling. Her body, on the other hand, is doing a fine job. Suddenly I seriously just cannot read this. Suddenly, she moves a little more erratically as my own breath hitches in my throat, ending in a final desperate thrust that sends me over the edge into a surging feeling I did not know existed. I stopped selling meth for this. Fuck my life. My mind blanks, fills with white noise, and I succumb to the feeling of climax. For a few seconds, everything else in the world falls away except for this amazing feeling of Emmy and I together. And then it passes, the white noise clears, and I'm left staring up into the eyes of the girl atop me. For a few minutes, neither of us speaks. The sound of our breathing fills the room, our chests heaving from the experience. She eventually, reluctantly shifts off me and sits against the wall. I join her. Put some fucking clothes on! So, I can't do a voice. So, did I blush? I didn't notice, did I? Emmy shrugs, still breathing a little heavily. Didn't notice either. Well, maybe we should... I need to use your window. My first instinct is to hide, but then I realise that I'm still utterly exhausted and sitting next to a topless Emmy, so there's no running away. Rin's eyes pass over me and Emmy and focus on the window. There was a cloud. A cloud? Rin nods. I was watching it from my window, but it didn't stay in my window. So I need to use your window. Emmy shifts a little, causing me to cough in order to cover up a giggle of my own. How long do you need to use the window for? We're, busy. This time, I can't contain my laughter. Rin ignores both Emmy and me and peers out the window. Her shoulders slump and she looks disappointed. It changed into something else. Disappointing. Emmy is having trouble keeping a straight face. Sorry to hear that, Rin. Could we have a little privacy now, please? Fuck off! Rin shrugs as if to say, can you? And hooks her foot around the door, pulling it closed behind her. We both dissolve into raucous laughter, unable to deal with Rin's bizarrely timed visit any other way. After our laughter dies down, I look to Emmy. We're both a total mess. Well. Emmy raises an eyebrow. Well. Again. Emmy grins and laughs and then she nods. We should probably ditch the clothes this time. Oi! You didn't tell me nothing about there was gonna be fucking. Fucking ban it, piece of shit. Right, I'm sorry, but I'm not doing any more of this. I don't care how long he's been recording for. I don't give two shits. I'm here to play Pokemon, not to be fucking reading this shit. So you know what? That's all it's gonna be today. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, because I didn't. And I hope I can see you in the next video of whatever Bannet decides to make. So, yeah. Have a good day and a great life. And I will see you later. Right, you piece of shit. I need to get my own back on you.